This review is of a Hornby Task Force action set, and this is quite an old set. I believe it dates to the 1980s. I'll get some more information and put it on the description. But you can see it comes with a shunter, I assume an 08 shunter, with a you can see the you able to see it from there, R339 diesel locomotive, which has got the WD, I think is War Department, green livery, with the tank transporter with missile firing tank. I'm actually missing the missile on this one, but not too bad. The exploding rocket car, and then the operating helicopter carrier. So the idea is that the missile fires onto the from the tank. It's fired onto the exploding rocket car, which then blows the rocket car to pieces. So it's a bit of a was sort of aimed at the younger market, this model. And then you've got the operating helicopter carrier, which you can wind up, and then when you flick the little switch, it flies the helicopter up into the air. So it's quite a fun little set. You can see there, this model, they did two models from what I can see online. This one did come with the mains power controller, and like I say, it's made by Hornby. But I'll just open the setup, and then we can I'll show you what you get in a bit more detail. So this is the set. Like I say, it's the Task Force action set. It's got on the bottom there the details. It's all go with this exciting action set. First, the rocket car is prepared by setting its internal spring-loaded exploding gear. Then the helicopter launch mechanism in the carrier vehicle is wound up. As the engine hauling these vehicles circles the track, the operator aims and fires the tank mount missiles at the rocket car. When a hit is registered, it springs apart. The operation of a trackside switch launches the helicopter on its rescue flight. This set is very good fun for the family, so you can see it's a bit of a set. It's made, obviously it's quite an older set, model R580. They've actually covered over another sticker there, but I think they did this as a without the transformer, so I assume the other, that was probably that model, and then they put the sticker over to say it's got the controller in it. It's made in England, but there are some parts that are foreign origin. You get contents, like I said. You've got the diesel, the helicopter carrier, rocket car, tank transporter with missile firing tank, mains power controller, oval of track, and the power clip. It's first radius track, so the smaller curves. So the top just lifts off, cardboard lid with a polystyrene base. You've got the standard dealer network. I expect most of those places are now shut down. But this one's got the original Task Force action set instructions. So you've got the power clip information, looking after the locomotive for the oil and everything. And then you've got details on setting up the exploding rocket car, the tank with the missile thingy, and then you've got the helicopter, which you wind up by turning this hand, rotating the handle around to a bit like a clockwork item, and then you've got a little switch, which I've got in the set but is unfortunately broken, which you can lever up, and then that switches this little switch on the helicopter car, so it's quite good to have. I'll start with the train. So like I say, it's a 08 style locomotive, WD 17, like I say, I think it's war distribution. This is one of the earlier models. It's marked as Hornby Railways R156. I assume that's maybe the part number for the body or something. It's got plastic buffers on it. It's got the metal ladders on the front, which is seen on the really the older models, the sort of basic, the railroad models as they now call them. This is all moulded in and everything. So this one's actually got, I can't think what it's called. I could probably find out actually. But it's got the weird coupling on the back. I'll see if I can find my other one here. I don't know if it says on this box or not. Because they do, it's basically the same as this model. There you go, there's the R156. So I assume, obviously it would be the same body, but they have a weird, I don't know if this has got, no, it's got no details, but they've got the coupling on the back. It's got like a, I don't know if you can see it in the window there. see there's like a thing that moves. It's like got like a weight inside. So depending on how if you go a certain way, the coupling will. You sort of shake it. You can hear it. Basically, the coupling will click up, and then when you join with the train, the coupling goes down. See. So the idea is that, and then when you're driving it, when you go the opposite way, you can get the train on the track to clip up like that, so that it would uncouple from the train. So it's a cooler feature. It's got the little stripes on the end, so you've got just yellow with the green on that end, and you've got the wasp colouring on that end. Standard coupling on the front, nice yellow train on there. You can see that this one's had very little use. You look at the wheels, if any at all. So that's really cool. Like I say, it's got an oval of track, so you've got the 8 standard curves. These ones are made in Austria, R605, steel rails, so they're a little bit corroded. You've also got a couple of the long straights in there, and the standard Hornby power clip. The controller is a standard R912 model. Needs a plug on it, it doesn't work. Unfortunately, the plug has become a bit messed up in the box, and you can see it's left a trail where it's moulded into the box, which is a bit of a shame. So I'll start with the tank wagon. So this is Hornby R130 it's got on the bottom. If you can see that there. It's a double bogeyed sort of low loader wagon, so you've got like the camouflage style detail on the ends. Metal buffers I think on that. Full standard couplings. And then the tank, the wheels, it literally fits really snugly on the base. So the wheels fit into, as you can see under there, the little grooves. So the tank is quite secure on there. The tank's become a little bit sort of faded. Well, the tank's okay. You can see there must have been a different version they did, because it's got different connections, because this literally just slots on the top. But you can see this top piece is quite faded compared to the bottom, so I assume it's a different type of plastic. It's got 4 wheels on the underside, so you can move it around. I noticed something in the comments around, is that this set was between the sort of changeover between Triang and Hornby. So I think they tried to clear out a lot of the items, so you actually see on the tank, I don't know if you would see it on the thingy, but this is actually a Triang labelled item. You can see the difference in the colour between the side and the inside on there, so it's just become quite faded. You've got a mechanism, you push that back, and then you would have see as I click it, so you would have the ball on the end, or I think they do one with missile, but as you click the switch, the thing fires out. So that's quite. So it would fire off into the rocket car, or that would be the plan. So I'll put that back on there. It's quite a retro set, this really. So then you've got the rocket car, which is built up at the moment. So you can see it's quite not badly detailed for the age, really. You've got danger, keep fire away, sort of pirate skull, rockets 455 the side, metal ladders on the corner there, look, going up onto the roof, but it's actually loaded up at the moment, so it's got the lock on, but you see the roof comes off, the sides come off, so as basically the mechanism would go, you can lock it like that, and then as this side, it's got pieces inside which push on to this lever, which then flicks that, which blows the roof off and pulls the sides off. And you can also put see in this little clip here, one of those noisy caps that kids, that you put in the cap guns. You place them under there, and then the idea is that as this clips off, it hits the cap and makes a big bang. So it gives it that little bit of more realism, really. And the last but not least is the helicopter. Like I said, you can do this. You've got a lock mechanism on the side, here, lever. So if you hold your finger on it, you can wind this up, and then when you release that, it goes, and then it flies the helicopter up into the air. Now the helicopter fits nicely on the stand, as you can see. The tail clips on there, so as you release the tension in that spring, it turns the blade on the top, which flies it up into the air. The idea is that would be controlled by this little clip here. So if you've got these bits would clip into the track. Unfortunately, they've broken off a bit, so they're a bit shorter than what they should be. So they won't actually stay in the track. But I'm going to try and get hold of another one of these from somewhere. And then when you want to set the helicopter off, you just put the pin up like that, and then as the wagon goes past it, that release lock mechanism clips on there and then flies the helicopter off. So yeah, it's pretty cool. The helicopter loader, don't know if it's got any, trying to see if it's got my maker on that one. Oh yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's got Hornby inside that little groove under between there. That's marked as Hornby, and this wagon is as well. So the only item on this one that seems to be labelled up as Triang is actually the tanker. So yeah, but I have seen, like I say, people online saying, I think it depends, a bit of luck on which manufactured bits you get, I guess, of what they had left before the moulds were set up. And you can see the helicopter, it's got the arrows on the front to see which direction it should be going, to be set off by the stick. And you can see you've got which way you rotate it, and it's quite cool. It's a real nice little set. I think it's just a little bit different, really. I think they made about 2,500 of these, so not a massive amount. So they don't come up too often, but they're a really nice, pretty cool little set. A little bit different if you can get your hands on one. So yeah, I hope you like it. Any comments, just drop me a message, and thanks for watching.